Hey, welcome in everybody. We have boys soccer action here from New Lexington where the Panthers will take on the Morgan Raiders. Howard Twiggs, Mrs. Allison Gibbs, our expert analysis, also in the press box. Our director, Marcus McPeck, student assistants, Michael Steele. We've already had Brayson Lee help us on the girls' side of things, also in the press box tonight. Miss Amanda McCoy and Mr. Tony Thorngate. So we've got everybody rocking and rolling today, Allison.
Yes, we do. We had a great first game, the girls against Fairfield Union, and now the boys are getting ready to take on Morgan Raiders.
And this is a pretty good Morgan outfit. And you have talked to Coach Castro, and the boys a little short-handed here. Injuries have taken effect.
Yeah, the boys are going to play with 10. I think we're going to see a 10v10 game today. So we'll see how that goes.
Well, Morgan 8-4 on the season, and they have uh, amassed 49 goals, and they have surrendered just 16. So, again, this is a good outfit. So, how does the strategy change, Allison, when you go 10?
Um, they'll usually drop either a center mid or a center back. I'm not sure how he's going to do the lineup. We'll just have to kind of wait and see. It doesn't change drastically, especially if it's both teams just have 10. It's just more running.
Well, the guys are certainly in shape, and one of the problems I see right off the top is that the depth factor. I mean, Morgan looks like they're dressing what 20 guys, and the Panthers, that's it. There's no subs.
Yeah. Uh, New Lex Castro's got 10 today ready to go. And Morgan is a strong program. I'm not sure if they're first in MVL right now or, really close to first. So we'll see how our boys can do against them today.
Morgan will have the navy blue shorts with the white T-shirts and navy blue numerals. New Lexington with the black shorts and orange jersey, black numerals, and both teams getting ready in their respective huddles. And, Allison, we talked in the girls' side of things, and it's applicable here in the boys. You got to get off to a good start. That 2 or 3 minute times in the first 3 minutes of the match, the last 3 minutes of the half, the first 3 minutes of the second half.
Yeah, you got to start fast, not wait for that ball to come to you. The boys do a pretty good job of that. Castro gets them moving around quite a bit. So hopefully we'll start quick here. It looks like we're due. It looks like a three. Nope, we got a 4-4-1. Looks like, and I can't tell Morgan's lineup here. They got three back, maybe a stopper, defensive mid. So
They have five on that front line, and they will start the action. I assume that is in goal, Nate Alex.
yeah, Nate's
Yes.
back there and goal. He's a good goalie. Tall, long arms. That is very helpful as a goalie. Their goalie also looks pretty tall. I'm not sure if he's a senior or not. He looks tall with long arms also.
All right, we are underway, and an immediate save by Alex for New Lexington will be Marias Baker, Owen Middlestein, Nate Phillips, Nate Alex, Riley Stoltz, Alex Thorngate, Noah Cheney, Maddox Carson, Tyler Miller, and Carson Snedeker. And the throw in immediately for the Raiders, stopped defensively by Marias Baker, and a throw in coming for Morgan.
Yeah, Morgan's got one wide open in the middle, so
Boy,
we're gonna have to mark that up.
that's a good come out of the goal for Nate Alex that time because Morgan had numbers.
So Riley Stoltz is back. He was battling some different injuries. He's one of the stronger players on this team, so excited to see him play today.
He is a sophomore. Throw in coming for Morgan.
I
And,
wouldn't be
yep.
surprised if Riley plays club with some of these guys for Arsenal.
Hmm.
Riley seems to always be injured.
Yes, he is injury prone, which is my daughter is also one of those, and it's very frustrating.
Well, you know, he's already been here in this first couple of minutes in on the action.
I think he's happy to be back.
Yes, definitely.
And Carson Snedeker defending down on the other end, and Morgan will kick it away. First couple of minutes of the first half. Mikey Steele, Allison Gibbs, Howard Twiggs, glad to be a part of your soccer afternoon from New Lex. And Raiders in control of the ball.
Passing along the back, trying to find a seam in the defense.
Oh, that's a good pass back to Morgan, and they are ahead.
Nice little chip ball there over the defender by Morgan.
Throw in coming for Baker and crew for the Panthers. He looks.
Morgan has 11 on their bench right now.
Yeah, that's going to take its toll. And they will throw back. And now stolen away in the passing lane, but picked back up by Morgan. And then Marias Baker will kick ahead and stolen back. Here comes Stoltz again. It's taken away by Morgan. Nate Phillips doing some work down there. Ball fought for, controlled by Morgan. And they are at midfield. And reverse it back to Clayton Backburn for the Raiders. And
It's
they'll
good
reset
defense
things,
by
yeah.
New Lex there. You don't always have to win the ball. Don't always attack. Oh, we got a fast break here.
Yeah, here it comes. It's a
Alex needs to get
2-on-1.
back.
And the
That's a
shot,
goal.
yep. That was an easy opportunity for Morgan once they got ahead. And they grabbed the lead for the Raiders at the 37:09 mark. For Morgan, they jump on the board here early going for the Panthers.
Those breakaways like that are with a very strong, confident player. They're really hard for a goalie to defend. I believe it was number 10.
Yes, Braylon Miller, a senior.
He's a captain. I'm sure played a lot of soccer, made a lot of those goals, so he had no panic there.
No.
Also, number 10 usually, it's a Pele's number. Not just everyone wears number 10 usually.
Great honor. And Morgan attack on the left side. They have it with Jude Garber. He will come back to the middle of the field for James Hansen. And Morgan will retreat and then come up ahead. And this is possible trouble again if Morgan can catch up with it. And boy, that's a goal. Nope, still not over yet.
Yeah, but look, they got two on the backside there.
Got trouble all over it.
Yeah.
And here they come again with James Hansen and a save by Alex. Boy, they swarm the goal,
Yes,
do they not?
they do. I mean, you look at how far up their defense is. They attack with 11, and then they probably defend with 11. That was my coach's philosophy way back in the 1800s when I played.
The 1800s.
They had the leather ball with the big stitches on it, Mikey, back in the day.
Exactly.
You know, it was just after they used the human heads in the little burlap bag.
I see.
After that, that's when they started with the actual soccer ball. They ran out of heads.
Well, it wasn't being played in the United States, that's for sure.
All right, well, here comes Morgan again. Boy, they've got streaking on that
and
left
they've got-
side. Look out.
Yeah, no one there to
Yep,
defend that.
Nate Phillips chasing on the play. And Morgan with another scoring threat. New Lex bringing everybody up defensively for the help. Oh,
Yeah,
here comes another guy right in front of the net.
Good
Look
pass,
out.
Good goal.
Yep, that is Jordan Blackburn. And boy, that's tough, Allison. They just pass.
Yep.
This is a good team.
Yes, it is. And we were talking about that in the girls' game, connecting your passes. It is very hard to defend. Finding that place in the defense that's open, and it's super hard to defend.
Coach Castro and crew's going to have their work cut out for them in this one. 2-0, 35 minutes to go. First half. And New Lex up the field with the pass, but retrieved defensively by the Raiders. That was Riley Stoltz. And chasing down is New Lex's Maddox. Carson, go ahead, Cal.
Nice little ball. Yeah, offsides. Good job. See if Morgan gets the lead and then maybe brings in some of those 11 players to get some more practice, and which is great for us because it gives us more practice than just playing on our heels, which improves the program. And in Southeast Ohio, we want all soccer to grow and improve.
Great kick by Marias
Yeah.
Baker, but fielded well in the goal for Morgan.
Owen should have probably attacked that a little bit more because the goalie could have made a mistake.
Yep, that is Jackson Pauley, their senior goalkeeper. This is a senior-laden team for
Yeah,
Morgan.
you can tell.
That is Nate Phillips trying to maneuver along the way, defended by Morgan's Jude Garber.
No, nice throw. No offsides on a throw-in, so
Yeah.
ref's not going to call that.
There's another left
Yeah,
side attack.
wide open in the middle.
Yeah. Ulex trailing almost every opportunity. That's just speed, Coach.
Yep.
And
experience. I mean, these guys have been playing together probably since elementary school. Morgan does have a pretty good youth program.
Yeah.
They have a all-star tournament for the rec leagues down in McConnellsville. I've been down there a few times in some not so good weather.
And that's what Coach Castro was talking about, youth programs and being so far behind the curve.
Yep.
A math term,
Nice
if I
save,
may,
Riley.
Coach. Being behind the curve in terms of a youth program that he thinks it's going to take 5 years.
Yeah, definitely. It's building that team, your skills. The skill is so important in soccer, and I don't think people realize that. A lot of sports you can just kind of go out and maybe have not played, and you can be successful if you're athletic. Soccer is not necessarily the same. You've got to make sure you work on your skill, your touches. You need to be able to look up and see where your teammates are. Passing, conditioning is incredibly important, not just conditioning, the strength and agility.
Errant kick that time by Alex. That's going to sail out of bounds, and that's kind of unaccustomed for him. He's usually straight up the middle.
He's gotten a couple of them out of bounds. He's trying to play it to the side, which is what you want to do. You don't want to get the ball in the middle, but it's just going a little bit too wide.
And Morgan comes up with the steal as the try was for Carson Snedeker. And they will boot it away to midfield. And Morgan with another guy up ahead of the defense.
2 of them.
And this is going to be trouble again if they can pass it. There's one.
And these guys can shoot from outside. That's not even a question.
So far, one pass on the possession.
I would say he's off.
All right, so a little bit of a break there for New Lexington. They had the numbers. They just couldn't put the foot together.
And that's just experience and coaching. Like, you just want to attack with as many as possible and capitalize on those opportunities.
Substitutions for Morgan at the 31-minute mark. 2-0 in favor of Morgan. We'll get Mikey Steele's take on things here as soon as we get an opportunity. Being the expert soccer guy that he is, soccer guru.
Oh, yes,
what we
an expert.
He's an expert because I was his teacher freshman year.
I've been listening to a few of these games while you've been commentating.
And
you learned
I was impressed.
Thank you.
Impressed that you made it through freshman algebra? Or
no.
Impressed that you are learning something about soccer?
I think it's
I'll have you know I was a great student.
He is one of the top algebra students I've ever had.
Wow.
But everything he does, he's good at. So
big time. Oh, Aaron shot that time for Morgan. That was a good look there.
Very, very close to a goal.
Well, I got to tell you something, Mikey. I have learned so much from Mrs. Gibbs about soccer, working with her, that I almost feel like
you
a little
could go
bit.
out there and kick the ball around, and
I didn't say I'd go that far. I want to be honest and candid. I say I learned a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't think I could go out there and kick that ball either.
No, that was another shot over the goal for Morgan. That was Cole McGill, another senior for the Raiders.
I'm sure Coach Castro would take you out there, though, and have you practice with them.
I've talked to Josh, and Josh has tried to get me to
I'm sure he has.
on that team.
Recruit.
There you go.
Nice.
Shoot.
goal.
left-handed goal, and the defense just didn't react in time.
That's tough. So that was a good spin move right there. The only thing you could have done as a defender is not let them make that turn. So lots of pressure on them, just so they can't get that turn.
It
But
is,
that was a great goal.
yeah, it really was left-footed.
And when you have played a long time, your left and right foot doesn't matter. It's you're good at both. So,
Well, speak for yourself.
well, I played a long time.
We're back to the age factor again.
Yes.
Yep, we
Spoken
are.
like a 17-year-old.
Yeah.
You'll learn. Big kick that time for the Panthers up the field, but Morgan right there in the passing lane, contested by Maddox Carson and controlled by the Raiders, up 3-0. 29 minutes here to go in the first half. Still contested by Riley Stoltz, picked up by Alex Thorngate. Thorngate ahead, and
Got a player down. Looked like Riley kicked it into his stomach, so he may have just gotten the wind knocked out of him.
see, this is a case where the coach isn't coming out.
So if they can get up and play, then they don't have to come out on the
Yeah,
field. But
now,
they already had a sub, so
okay. Now, is the rule the same in soccer that if you go down, you have to sit out a play or a certain segment of time?
I don't know the exact rule of that.
Like in
If
football,
you
basketball,
No, you can go down, and if you get back up, you don't have to come out off the field. Now, if Sarah went out there, then she would probably tell him he needs to come off the field for a play or two.
so what you're saying is soccer players are tough.
Yes.
They
Well,
get
he went
get
back down
back
at the
up.
sideline.
Yeah.
Yeah. He'll be back.
All right. So
And you think about how tough, like what equipment do they have to protect themselves? They have shin guards that really don't do anything. If you get kicked in the shin, it's going to hurt whether you have that little piece of plastic or not.
Yeah.
Morgan streaking down the right side, and they have a player up ahead.
Nice job by Noah Cheney there, taking the ball away. Just needs some help. This is
Another short kick, and that will be fielded by Nate Phillips on the far side. So should be a throw in for the Raiders. And this is a dangerous point for New Lex because Morgan, I'm sure, has practiced this every day, Coach. That throw in right
oh
on the
yeah, look at
side.
that.
There it is, the header.
Yeah.
And just not able to connect.
Like I said a couple games ago, those throw-ins are basically like corner kicks when you can get that throw into the middle of the box, which obviously they can do. So you have to treat that like a corner kick.
Yeah, it was Grady Smith, another senior.
Yeah.
As we've said all along, this is a veteran team.
Nice kick by Marius. Out of bounds, our ball.
So New Lex will have the throw in. And who will be the throw in?
So Castro has 10 players out there, and I think 4 of them are freshmen.
This is trouble if they can come up with it.
Good recovery by Alex. He's keeping him out. Exactly what you need to do. Let your defense recover. He might have been offside.
Yep, no call, no flag, no whistle. On the right side for Morgan. Nice job defensively by the Panthers.
That's a corner. Morgan knew if they played it off of Tyler there, they would get the corner and an opportunity. So, but that was a great recovery on defense. Alex did exactly what he needed to do. Contain. In soccer, we call it containing.
Another try at the net, another header opportunity. Kicked away by Maddox Carson. That's a save out front. And then Morgan still on the attack. They are relentless down there when they have the ball because they have all their guys in the New Lex end. They don't mess around. They're all about offense.
Yep. And they can be, I mean, you play the game that's given to you.
And they've got 3 things going for them right off the top of my head. Experience, number 1. Numbers, number 2.
Did you see
And
that
abilities,
throw?
number 3. Good save by Alex.
Great save by Nate.
Yeah, that was excellent.
And it was a beautiful throw.
Yes, both throw, the header, I don't know if it was a header or shoulder, and then Nate's save was great. as a goalie, really hard to time when that ball bounces like that, where you need to go up and get it.
Header, here
Oh,
comes
here
an
we go.
opportunity
Oh,
for the Panthers. Just wide. Just didn't have enough on it for Maddox Carson. If he could have just gotten a little bit more behind him.
yeah. Goalie was out. That goal was open. He needed to open his hip and his push his heel forward a little bit more. That ball would have gone straighter
Big,
instead of to the right.
big kick that time for Morgan all the way down the other end. And Nate Ellicks will have to step out of the goal again.
Let's see if he can kick it that far. I bet he can.
Here we go. We'll find out. Another good kick. That's going to be fielded by the Panthers on the header. That was Owen Middlestein. And contested now on the left side. Nate Phillips kicks it away.
Looks like Morgan's making some subs in.
Yeah, they have subbed the entire way.
Looks like
New Lexington short on numbers today, and they're going to have to just bear out 80 minutes.
So ultimately, what kind of happens? Oh, well, he wasn't off the field, so got to throw it in again. Is this, can become a game for Morgan's JV to develop and
Right.
grow?
Yeah, Luke Coleman on the throw in, a senior. Uh-oh, this is trouble. Kicked away by the Panthers on the save. Another throw in coming for Morgan right in front of
Big
the
throw.
goal.
You
Yeah,
got defenders back, which is good.
yeah. So no harm done. Let's see, that's
Mm,
Marias Baker on there with Noah Cheney on the defense. And they get it out of the jail. New Lexington trying to play defense. Here comes Morgan again on the attack. They have it centered. And there is trouble possibly coming. Nope. New Lexington able again to get out of the jam with Noah Cheney. 24 minutes to go here in the first half. It is 3-0 in favor of Morgan. And who will kick it away for New Lex? Is that Alex
short
Thorngate?
kick.
Yep. Thorngate back to Marias Baker, who will boot it
Good
up.
ball to Maddox. Play a
Yep,
through
here we
ball.
go.
Let's
Here's an
go.
opportunity. This is Owen Middlestein. Oh, Morgan gets back and
Yep.
just outraced him to the ball.
Pressure. Our ball.
An opportunity for a throw in. Crowd that net, right? It's going to be Middlestein on the throw in. He will throw back.
Marius. Hopefully
Yeah.
Marius can switch the fields, get it back in there.
So Marius Baker kicks it back to the middle and still loose
Nice.
and coming up and
A great thing that New Lex is doing here is they are moving and making runs, and that is a coaching aspect 100%. Noah Cheney was playing defense, came up in the middle, got a ball from Maddox, and you got to do that. That's how you play the game. You confuse the defense by making runs, pull defenders. Riley Stoltz on that throw in made a run down to the corner, which pulled a defender with him and opened up the middle of the field.
uh, Morgan in control of the ball. And contested there at midfield. It's
Oh, that guy's
Marius
way
Baker.
offsides.
Marius Baker, good defense, but Morgan able to get out of it and kick it down the field. You know, the Panthers have made some good stops defensively against this real aggressive Morgan offense.
Yeah, they're doing a good job. I mean, it's tough when you are going against players that are so skilled and just they pass in their sleep. They can pass this ball. Um, so they're doing good, and I
Yeah.
really liked all those runs that were happening down on the offense, which is
They've had
a
some
great
opportunities.
sign.
Yeah. Marius Baker has been great on that defensive end from the right side of the Raider attack. Maddox Carson on the throw, and here's another opportunity for Middlestein, but kicked back by the Raiders and then booted ahead by Alex Thorngate and saved by Morgan. And Morgan back up the field. Nate
Good
Phillips
job by
steps in the
Nate.
passing lane, but Morgan, they've got numbers
Yeah.
as they streak up ahead. Great job by Marius Baker on the stop. Back to Morgan. Julius Strelick kick ahead, but the Raiders with the two defenders back. Up here comes
Now we
another
go. Let's
opportunity.
go.
It's a
Quick, quick, quick.
two-on-one if they can get it up there. That is Middlestein on the try. Still with it is Owen Middlestein. If he can get, just couldn't
Might
get
be
the
a
ball
corner. I
reversed.
think it's
Yeah,
a corner. That was good. He had a defender. Owen had a defender running up on his back. I'm hoping that his teammates were letting him know that he didn't have all day to take that. So, yeah, that was a nice little play there.
so the corner coming for the Panthers. Raiders with the numbers defensively. There is the try, and defended by Morgan. Over on the far side, it's Noah Cheney, and New Lexington will have to regroup. That's Alex Thorngate, and here comes Morgan, and they've got numbers. They've got a 4-on-3 if they can get it centered. Nice
Oh,
ball
nutmeg.
that time by Morgan. Great save, though. Boy, that was trouble all over.
Yeah, it was good defense. Now, we talked about, I don't know if it was this game or last game, but putting players in the right positions to benefit your team.
Right.
Alex is back there, center defender. If they had more players, I would say Alex would probably not be a center defender, but Coach Castro needs to do what he's got to do.
Sure.
He's a midfielder. He's also fast. He could probably play forward. He's got some good kicks, but you try to get your players in the best position to make your team successful. So that's kind of why Alex is, I would assume, is back there.
Now, I think we have an official's timeout for a bit of a water break. We want to remind you that the Panthers playing short-handed today due to some injury situations, and they didn't have a big roster to begin with, and now with the injuries, the officials wisely and to their credit, I'm sure probably before the match, Allison
Yeah,
said to
they talk
both
about
teams,
that.
yeah,
Yeah.
that we're going to take a break at the 20-minute mark. So 1943 officially on the clock. I think a positive for me has been when you look at Morgan's offense and their skill level, they've only scored 3 goals. I mean, 3 goals is a lot, don't get me wrong. But the boys have really defended, I think, very well in what could be a 5 or 6
Yeah.
goal half to this point.
Yeah, they've been playing well, keeping them out. Alex has done a good job of containing, which I talked about early. When you contain, then it allows the rest of your team to get back and defend. If you go in and try to make that tackle, sometimes you win it, but your team's not there to get the ball. So it allows your team to get back and help you defend the passes from the other team. So,
Timeout over, so guys will re-step onto the field. 19:43 to go here in the first half. Morgan leads New Lexington 3-0, but the boys have played very well to this point. Again, as we have said all along, Coach, the defense has been better than the offense.
yeah, they have. I think the offense has done some really good things, though. And that is for coaching. That's making those runs and stuff like that. It's nice to see Riley out there. You can tell he's the more experienced player. Um,
Yeah,
and
Riley never stops playing soccer.
no, he doesn't. He plays all year round.
Yeah.
Michael, who does he play club for? Do you know?
I don't know exactly what team he plays for, but I do know he plays all year round.
Good.
Marius Baker's also been playing for as long as I can remember. Like, I used to go to his elementary games and
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
in
he and his
elementary school.
sister play. His mom's really
Yeah,
involved in the
yeah.
youth program. Yeah,
It's like there's a few experienced players on this team, but with a relatively new soccer program at New Lex, you can tell.
Oh, we've watched enough soccer this year to know about experience. So Marius Baker on the kick away and fielded by Morgan. This could be an opportunity for the Raiders. They've got the ball centered.
give and
And,
go right
yep,
there.
New Lexington needs to D up here. Nate Phillips steps into the passing lane, and he prevents a shot on goal. Again, I think the defense has been solid.
Yeah, they've been playing well.
Morgan will have the throw in on the left side, booted back out by Riley Stoltz.
This is going to be a big throw. Treat it like a corner kick. Make sure you're marking up. No one's free. And watch the runs come in.
There's another whistle stops things beforehand.
I think his foot may have come up. Maybe yeah, bad throw.
All right, so a little bit of a break there for the Panthers as they prevent an opportunity for Morgan. That's who's going to be the guy for the Panthers. Is that Marius Baker down in the left corner for New Lex? It is. Morgan, though, gets it back, and they have it.
Ooh,
Long try by the Raiders, and they come up, and Nate
nice.
Alex comes out of
Yeah,
goal. He's got to get back in there.
yeah, that was a good save by Nate. Tyler, one of the freshmen, and I just saw Maddox kind of talking to him. He kicked it out of the back line there. You want to take that out to the side, not give them the opportunity for the corner when you can. Sometimes you can't do it.
17:20 to go first half. Another
Nice kick.
excellent kick from the corner. Header by Carson Snedeker.
Now that could have been called as you cannot pass back to the goalie and the goalie used their hands. And that was a head is a pass back. So that could have been called. The ref may have said it wasn't an intentional pass, but the refs could have called that.
Throw in, jumping into the passing lane was Riley Stoltz. And New Lex has it. They will kick it back for Nate Phillips. Phillips loses it. And here comes Morgan on the left side. They go to the middle of the field and they kick it away.
Little miscommunication there by Morgan on the give and go.
Yeah, I think their coach probably would want that to be passed to the middle rather back. That's head coach Sean Bell of the Raiders. One of the few mistakes they've made offensively. That's Alex Thorngate with the ball. He will pass ahead to Marius Baker. Marius Baker ahead to Carson Snedeker, but ball retrieved by Morgan on the throw-in. And here comes a double team and
There you go,
stolen
Riley.
away
Let's
by
go,
Riley
Riley.
Stoltz. He's got a streaker up ahead in Middlestein, but couldn't get him the ball.
Riley had a close nutmeg right there. And he's experienced where he can do that. He was looking for Owen in the middle, knew exactly where to put that ball, so there was a nutmeg.
Still loose again, and that is
Pass out.
Middlestein.
Nice, nice,
Over
nice.
to Riley
Oh,
Stoltz.
good
Shot
first
on
touch.
goal. Okay.
That's skill right there. That first touch that Riley just did, um, you know, that's skill. And Maddox was right there. Oh,
That will sail off the back foot of one
we'll
of the
take it.
guys going down field for Morgan, and that is Middlestein with the header. And Morgan, though, in control, kicked back by New Lex. That's Alex Thorngate on the fight. He'll kick it ahead, but Panthers unable to get downfield.
Pressure,
Oh, here's
pressure.
another opportunity for Middlestein, but Morgan comes up with it. And now here come the Raiders on the attack. Marius Baker gets back for New Lexington. Back to
Good
Thorngate,
ideas.
and ball loose in the middle of the field and picked up by Morgan. Now they have it on another opportunity, stolen away by New Lexington's Nate Phillips. And Nate Alex kicks it away, and can New Lex come up with it? They cannot at this point, so resetting the offense is Morgan. And boy, a lot of long balls going
Yep.
back and forth here the
Just
last couple of
get
minutes.
it out.
Yeah, neither team really able to settle down here. Marius Baker on the throw-in for New Lexington at 14 minutes and change left here in the first half. And again, the boys are hanging in there. It's 3-0, and they've been very good defensively.
What I like, just those little passes like that just shows the confidence that they have in each other and Coach Castro has in them. Um, sometimes they're not perfect, but they're working towards that, and that's really good to see.
Alex Thorngate back defensively with some help in the goal
There you
area.
go.
And now a fight for it on the far left side for Maddox Carson, but he was double
Yeah.
teamed and still fights for the ball against Morgan's Jacob Roop. And the throw in will come to the Panthers. That's Marius Baker. He will boot ahead, so this may be an opportunity, but a header by Morgan coming back to New Lex. Another header by Morgan, and with the ball in the hands of Owen Middlestein.
A little up and over
Yep, and another header by Morgan. And
to
ball
no
loose
one.
again. It's,
Let's hope we can play it to
yep,
feet here.
Nate Phillips again, and help from Carson Snedeker, but Morgan able to get out of
Marius
trouble,
needs to get back.
and they are in control right now with Alex Thorngate. Good job defending
Should be a New Lex throw.
down on the left side. Thorngate will throw in to Marius Baker, and Baker will do the honors of booting it away and sail out of bounds. Throw in coming for the Raiders. It is Clayton Blackburn, another senior for Morgan, and trying to get back.
Got to time that
Yep,
jump.
Nate
Saved by
Alex.
Nate.
Yep, another good save. And here comes Alex. He's got plenty of room out of the goal, and he gets a high booming kick
Out of
that
bounds.
will sail out of bounds. And the throw in coming back to Morgan, the Raiders. So New Lexington again survives. And fighting for it was Riley Stoltz. And kick will go down to the far left corner again for the Raiders. They like that left side, I've noticed. They're not necessarily a right side attack team.
It's probably who was on the different sides. And like I said, for some reason, some games feel like the field is tilted one way or the other on its axis.
11
Ooh,
minutes, 30 seconds to access. Do we hear what a cheap
she's using her
shot.
math
What
terms.
a cheap shot. You got to throw in some math there. I mean, come on. This is all amateurs here. None of us are professionals. All right, up ahead comes New Lexington. Owen Middlestein. Oh, stolen away by Morgan. This could be trouble as they've got a guy right in the middle. Oh, excellent job by Marius Baker. Otherwise, that Allison's going
Yeah, we
middle.
had it pretty good defended. Alex was right there, and Nate was on the other guy. So Morgan subbing pretty much everyone, it looks
Yeah,
like. So
mass
fresh
subs.
legs.
Yep,
Well, when you have that many players.
Yeah.
absolutely. Again, we've talked about it throughout.
But no matter the amount of adversity that these Panthers face, they still never
Oh
give
boy.
up.
No,
Ever.
no, no, no. We've watched them the entire season, and we talked about this, Mikey, Mrs. Gibbs, and myself, that, both the boys and the girls have just been given great efforts this year, despite the odds of not having winning seasons. Just the fact that they haven't given up. A lot of teams would give up.
Yeah.
All right, so here we go back with Marius Baker on the kick. And again, they've held them to 3 goals, and this is an outstanding team. Yeah, and with 10 minutes to go in the first half. Can Nate Phillips catch up to the corner? He cannot, but Nate Alex steps out to save the day.
So Morgan on that, he wasn't contested. So he could have pulled that ball out, slowed himself down, and gotten it out a little bit past the goalie because it was Nate was right there. Um, just something little.
hmm Learning point for the Panthers, and this is
Oh,
big, yeah. Yeah,
that takes a lot of skill.
yeah. That ball was on the fly,
Yeah,
and that's just a great shot. I mean,
yeah,
let's give credit where credit is
yeah.
due for Morgan.
Yeah, that was a good through ball, bouncing and striking that on the bounce. I mean, that's a tough skill to do, and you practice that. So that was a good job by Morgan Raiders.
I'll try to get a number on that individual. Meanwhile, New Lexington has it back on the right side.
Good job by Riley. That was a nice
Riley
ball.
Stoltz.
Let's
Ball,
cross it in.
yep, contested. Oh,
Uh,
shot a little bit errant.
that's tough to make that cut like that. I mean, he had 2 defenders on him, so um, but great idea. Like he knows what to do out there with that ball.
By the way, I believe it was Carter Blackburn or Clayton Blackburn on the goal that time for Morgan.
Was that number 10?
I believe it was number 5,
Oh,
Blackburn.
okay.
Or Miller, both have scored. And Alex comes out, boots it away,
Got to win that ball right there.
and
Those
back to the
50-50 balls, I mean, that can determine who wins a game, is who wins those 50-50 balls.
Nate Alex coming out to the goal. And we are going to get a substitution here as Coach Allison Gibbs is going to give the reins over to Coach Barry Harvey. She takes a little bit of a break, well-deserved break, I might add. And
Welcome, Harvey.
yeah,
Hey,
hey, Coach, good to see you.
thanks for having me.
Yeah, I thought pretty good effort today.
Yeah,
I mean, some things, could have been better.
yeah,
Obviously, you're still in the learning process, but I thought all in all, um, one of the things that you and I talked about last week and that Coach Gibbs and I talked a little bit about is that those key moments of the end of the first half, the beginning
yep,
of the second half, and at the end of the match, just you've got to be really tight.
yep,
And there were a couple of goal opportunities for Fairfield Union this morning.
yep. And I mean, just like you said, we know that start of our games, the last part of the halves have been an issue. You know, we've seen them in film and everything like that. So it's been what we've been preaching the last couple of weeks, and for the most part, it's gotten better. But you know, we had issues with that Thursday too.
Mm-hmm.
Down at Westfall, we had 4-1 all game, 3-1 all game, and then last 2 minutes they knock in two right under 2 minutes. You know, the second half, and we talked about, you know, me and you have talked about too, winning
Mm-hmm.
halves, and it was 3-1 at
Great
halftime,
save by Nate.
and
Mm-hmm.
whole game at Westfall on Thursday was second half. Last 2 minutes, we were winning the second half, and they get two right at the end. So
Sure.
it's just,
Yeah,
keep growing from that, learning from that, and
absolutely. Jude Garber, by the way, on a shot on goal for Morgan that didn't connect. So the ball still loose on the floor. We're talking to Coach Barry Harvey on the boys' side of things here in the second half. And, you know, Coach, the injury situation, how does that look?
um, at first it wasn't looking too good, but
A
after
shot on goal, that's in for Morgan. That's a good shot by Grady Smith for Morgan. Go ahead, Coach.
was thinking maybe trainer was worried that with the pain that she was having when she came off that something might have been broken, kneecap, something like that. But pain went down. She thinks it's going to be some swelling. But seeing Kylie just a few minutes ago, she was limping around on it a little bit more, putting a little bit of weight on it. So hopefully she'll be good for Fisher Catholic on Tuesday.
You know, Coach, Mrs. Gibbs and I have been talking about both the girls' action earlier and then the boys' action. The teams you faced today, and pretty much throughout the season, they've got things going for them.
Yeah.
They've got depth, numbers. They've got experience. They have seniors. They've got some things that right now you guys just don't have.
Yeah, and I think the big thing, like you mentioned, experience. We're a young team, bigger team this year. We've got 19 girls, but just the experience is our key part. I mean, we had 10 girls. This is their first year playing soccer ever, so a lot of them are learning as they go. And I mean, you can see the growth on them throughout the year. I mean, start of the year, games were getting out of hand. It was 8 or 9, nothing now, and things are being tight. You know, they're positive. They see that they're growing. They know that we're getting stronger defensively, and it's just finishing those halves, starting the halves.
Well, when we were here last week, and Coach Gibbs and I talked about this against West Muskingum,
Yeah,
I believe 3-0, and one of those goals by West was just right time, right place, perfect placement.
yeah.
I mean, I don't think she could have done that again in a
No,
in 100 tries. It just happened to hit. Ooh, there's a header. All
Right over the goal.
yeah, but so you really 2-0 game. You had to be happy about that.
yeah. And that's just the small things that we keep talking about. The growth, the positives that come out of that, that they're starting to see that they can play with teams. And it's the better teams that we can play with, like Thursday, Westfall. They've been undefeated on the year. we played with them. We showed, they're seeing that they can play with good teams now, and now it's just taking that next step. Let's get the one last pass. Let's get ball moving forward. Get the shots. Get the goals.
Coach, also Mrs. Gibbs and I were talking a little bit during your match this morning how difficult it is to both teach the fundamentals and keep the attitudes positive
Yeah,
when you're not having the kind of season you'd like to have.
yeah, and it's been that way for a couple years now. That we've had low numbers where you've got to teach new kids that's never played, how to play. Oh,
Oh, that's trouble. That was a goal again by New Lexington. That's Cole McGill, and that Mrs. Gibbs and I have talked. Another senior. I think every one of their 6 goals
yeah,
this afternoon has been by a senior player from Morgan. This is a really stacked. This is an
yes.
excellent team.
Yeah, they're one of the top teams in the league for the boys. So like you talk about the senior depth, the senior leadership. They've been here. They've been through, you know, their learning curve.
But yeah, coming back to your point, when you're not having the kind of year you want, trying to keep the attitudes positive.
Yeah, and it's just taking the small takeaways. Learning and growing. And I mean, we do have 5 seniors. But it still leaves 14 more. So giving them the experience and learning from those seniors that are out there trying and Uh, most of them, are here leading by example. Positive attitudes, practice. They know that uh, they're, we're going in the right direction. That we're getting better every day. And you can see today we had a couple chances.
Hmm.
Just now it's just going to be finding a way to finish those, and that'll help turn the tides. And once those goals start coming in, the attitudes will change, and hopefully the first column that says W's will change too.
Coach, we were talking earlier with Coach Castro too about building a program,
Yeah.
and he was mentioning and stressing that he's several years away from getting to where he wants to be. You're facing the same thing of getting kids involved in club
Yeah.
and playing year round and making the commitment.
Yeah, and I think this year our junior high program is really strong. They've got 20 some kids. They were almost to the point where they were half split boys and girls, but they're playing co-ed right now. So seeing that growth in the youth program now, that there's plenty of kids coming up that want to. That we don't might not necessarily have to get kids that don't have any soccer experience. That these kids are getting the experience at the younger age, in competitive. What a
Yeah, that's a great left-footed kick that time by Morgan. I think that is the second goal we've seen from the right side attack with the left foot kick for the
yeah.
Raiders, coach. Talk about that for a second.
Yeah, and I mean, usually going forward, you want your right forwards to be left-footed because when they cut in, they're on that dominant left foot. So uh, I know that's what we preach to is if you're left-footed, you want to play forward, you're going to play on the right side. If you're midfield defensively left-footed, more likely you'll be on the left side just because you're dominant foot.
That was Braylon Miller. That's his second goal for Morgan. And then Marius Baker boots it away. We're talking to Coach Harvey here in the last couple of minutes here of the first half. And, Coach, can your kids learn from watching the other players, the boys' side of things?
Uh, boys games seems to be they're a lot different. You'll see they'll a lot of more of the boys games. These better teams they'll play possession. Even like Fairfield Union girls, they played a lot of possession against us today, but um, they're different styles. Boys aren't really afraid to head the ball, get up and be physical. Where girls will get physical too. They're more obvious about it, I guess you could say.
Right. We talked about that, Mrs. Gibbs and I, just the difference in the aggressive
Yeah,
nature of the two different genders.
yeah.
You
But
know, we were I think we were referencing that when uh, I can't remember one of our girls who kicked a ball into the
oh
to the
yes,
face and she
yeah,
apologized and felt bad and
yeah.
I don't think that happens on the boys side of
No,
things.
no.
They're like, hey, tough luck, pal. You
Yeah.
know,
Why I mean that happened earlier in the
that might
boys
have been
game, I think.
Addison Scott on
Yeah.
that. I think where she felt bad. It's like, hey,
Yeah.
stuff
Well, that
happens.
same thing. Like even we teach them that that if you're closer to them defending, that you're not going to get hit in the face. So take that extra step, take that away. So that protects you and the other person too. That especially defending. That if you take that extra step closer, that ball more than likely won't come up and hit you in the face. So it's always preaching the small things that protect them, and that helps in the long run too because defensively you're closer to them, less likely to get a good shot or a pass away.
That is going to end the first half at New Lexington on the boys' side of things, and 7-0 in favor of Morgan. We'll take a break, step aside. We appreciate Coach Harvey stopping in.
Thank you for having me.
Coach Allison Gibbs will rejoin us for the second half. So, Coach, as always, we appreciate it. You are one of the best, man.
Thank you.
All right, we'll take a break, and we'll be back here with the start of the second half. So, hang around. Morgan on top. Welcome back. Second half about to start for the New Lexington Panthers. Howard Twiggs, Michael Steele, Allison Gibbs, Tony Thorngate, Amanda McCoy, Marcus McPeck, all glad to be a part of your soccer afternoon where unfortunately Coach Gibbs, it is 7-0 in favor of Morgan, but it was 3-0 until what, the 5 minute mark or
Yeah.
6 minute mark?
Yeah,
And
it
then,
was.
that boom. It just happened that fast.
They were getting goals back to back.
Doesn't take long to score.
No, in momentum.
Yes.
All right, so for the Panthers, Marius Baker, Owen Middlestein, Nate Phillips, Nate Alex, Riley Stoltz, Alex Thorngate, Noah Cheney, Maddox Carson, Tyler Miller, and Carson Snediger with New Lex and the ball. And Nate Alex now on the field, so who would that be in goal,
That's
Coach?
Noah Cheney in goal, freshman.
Oh, getting some good experience. But Nate Alex only a sophomore.
Yeah.
And
And Nate's played quite a bit. He's played club before, Arsenal. I'm not sure if he still is. So he may have played with some of these Morgan players as
we
well.
saw him in the second half last week, Coach, and he played very well out of the goal. He's a really all-around good player.
Yes, he is. And that's a struggle that Coach Castro has to determine what he wants to do. Do you want him on the field or do you want him in the goal? What's the best scenario for your team?
Marius Baker fighting for it down on the right corner with Nate Phillips, and the throw-in will come.
This is going to be a big throw.
Yeah.
No one needs to be ready.
So attack coming, and a couple of headers.
Off each other,
Oh,
Morgan.
yeah. Still being contested. Get it out of there. Finally, they do for Riley Stoltz. And back comes
Oh, we
New
can't.
Lex. Maddox
Little
Carson
confusion there.
needs some help. And a sideway. Oh, this is going to be a really tough shot.
Ooh.
Yeah, you saw it coming, did you not, Coach?
Yeah, Marius should have been right on that guy. He was too open right there. It's all right. He's got his head down. He needs to get his head up. They're tired. I know it.
Oh, my gosh, yeah. You can see it. And they have a long way to go.
Yeah, and it's hot on that field now. The girls' game this morning in 10, that was nice, and now it's
Nearly 80 degrees.
yeah.
Yeah. And so
And turf gets hot.
This stadium gets
Yeah.
really hot because it's down,
Yeah.
so it doesn't get the breeze.
stepping out of goal for the Raiders. And they will kick it away. It is 8-0 in favor of Morgan. And they show no signs of letting up.
No, I think they've got their starters. I see a lot of captain bands out there. So, yeah. Which is, a lot of times that's what coaches do. You start the first half and the second half the same, and then you make adjustments as you see fit.
Throw coming in from Jude Garber.
Good header by
Yep.
Marius.
Marius Baker. Yep, nice job defensively.
You got to time that, follow it, hit it in the right spot on your head so your head doesn't ring for a while.
Another throw in. That's a good throw in, and that's going to be an opportunity, but kicked away by Maddox Carson. But Morgan still on the attack, and this is trouble again. Trying to fight over there is Alex Thorngate, but there's the shot, and it goes errant over the top of the goal. Yeah, these guys are so good at the net, Coach.
Yeah, and just they keep shooting. You see how they, what's Wayne Gretzky's saying? Something about shot. I don't know. Do you remember?
You
There's
miss
an old-
100% of the shots you
You
don't
don't
take.
take.
Exactly.
Yeah,
So you
yeah.
got to take the shots.
yeah. I know coaches who will also say, "Hey, you can't score if you don't shoot. No
Exactly.
matter what the sport. You shoot 100 shots, you're going to get something in."
Or 100 not in.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Which
don't
is
say
fine.
that. Yeah. All right, so
But you're still shooting.
Morgan now will have it sail out of bounds, and the throw in will come to the Panthers. So let's see if New Lex can't get something going in the middle of the field. Stolen away by Morgan, and they will come up on the left side and kick back away by the Panthers. And that's going to go way out of bounds. We'll need a new ball coming all the way down the field.
Nearly to the parking lot.
Jasmine Oliver, who played a full game just a couple hours ago, still running.
She was on the farthest away you can be and sprinted down. Now she's got to go out to the parking lot and get the ball. She's asking for some help. Can't blame her. Here comes Morgan back. And be careful of the offsides. It's not going to be offsides, but it's going to be a great attempt. Excellent job by Marius Baker of the save back there.
Good hustle by Marius.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't
that
think
was going to be centered in a
Yeah.
goal.
Marius hustles back there. I mean, he does not stop.
The lone senior for the Panthers. Morgan again, looking to center the ball, looking
Yep.
for a shot here. Nice job defensively by
Owen's got to win
Maddox
that.
Carson. And then back up they come, stolen away back by Morgan, and contested by Maddox Carson or Riley Stoltz.
Riley.
Yeah.
You can tell just
Yep.
how he plays, which one is Riley out there, just the experience level.
That's Nate Phillips ahead
Okay.
to Tyler Miller. Miller has it taken away by Morgan, and Morgan center. They take their time, and they're up ahead. This could be trouble again, but Marius steps into the lane. Good night. Ooh, great job.
Great
Good job,
save.
Noah Cheney. Boy, that brings a nice round of applause from the fans here. And that's folks here appreciate good play.
Yep. Noah, just a freshman. On the boys' side of it, there's a big difference between the freshman boys and a senior boy, and he's not afraid to go after that ball out there.
Well, you talk about a 14-year-old and a possibly 18-year-old.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
I
a
mean,
big
come on.
difference.
All right, so kick away from Morgan. That was Luke Coleman, another senior for the Raiders. You know, I look up and down their roster, and I think they've got 10 seniors.
Yeah, and I think that's why they're, making such a run this year in the MVL, because they've struggled in the past. They haven't been the dominant John Glenn and Riverview, but they've done a good job this year.
They have 2 league losses. We looked that up at halftime. West Muskingum was probably a little bit of a surprise.
That was a surprise to me. I mean, West is good.
Yeah.
We saw them play, but not,
But at the same time, they lost 2-0 to Riverview.
Yeah, and Riverview was state champs last year.
Yeah, so 2-0, that's not bad.
No.
All right,
Oh,
here
here
we
we
come
go.
back to Morgan. They've got a
Offsides.
great opportunity.
Offsides there by the ref, so good job.
Yeah. A little bit antsy there was Cole McGill for Morgan.
I'm sure, like we said before, he did not think he was offsides at all.
Nobody ever does.
Nope.
All right.
Even when you look at film, you'll still say you weren't offsides.
Well, of course.
Marius Baker will kick it away for the Panthers. 32 minutes and 25 seconds to go, second half. It's been Morgan with the big lead. Header for the Panthers, but kicked away by Morgan and then retrieved out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for Tyler Miller. Nope, he's going to step aside for Nate Phillips on the throw-in. And can they get something in the middle of the field? Header by Morgan back the other way, and Morgan kicks it ahead. You know that Morgan's defense has been very.
They're
this,
all offsides.
Oh my gosh! I'm gonna say there's 4 guys.
Yeah, they're all off.
Yeah.
Good job by the defense holding their line.
Yeah. I mean, when you see 4 guys
Yeah.
10 yards ahead of the ball, that's not a hard call.
No, it's not a hard call, but they'll all say they were on when the ball was
Absolutely.
kicked.
All right, so kicking it away for the Panthers will be Tyler Miller. He will go to Marius Baker. Baker tries to do some fancy footwork and kicks it ahead, but Riverview steps in and kicks it back out of bounds.
They switched Tyler to defense back there.
Yep, there's your nutmeg, by the way, to
Yep.
Nate Alex. Oh, here we go. Baker on the save. So good job because Morgan again had the numbers. More substitutions for the Raiders.
That's as the other team, you watch all these fresh legs come in, and you can hardly even move. Looks
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
Maddox is limping out there. Um,
Yeah.
it's,
Marius with his hands on his
yeah,
hips. I mean, and then you look up at the clock and it says 30 minutes. Yeah,
that's hard. But they should be proud of themselves
absolutely.
because they're out there doing it.
Absolutely.
They're not sitting home watching a NCAA football game right now.
They're also not sitting in the press box.
No,
Yeah.
no. I did go to a
Gaining
practice this week, Michael.
gaining
Did you?
valuable experience, young man.
Yes.
When when Senator Steele looks back on this experience,
Oh, never.
Exactly.
he's going to say, "Boy, I remember when the little people made me what I am."
He'll do something big. We just don't know what it's going to be yet, but
Well, as long as the doing's not 10-20. All right, so Morgan back with it, and they still are in control. Nate Phillips steps in, but Morgan in
ooh, he
control.
did not. Oh, he called it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought he wasn't going to call that either.
Well, he didn't blow his whistle, which they don't have to. They just have to, gesture that it went out. And he was right there, so he could see it.
Marius Baker on the throw in. And you will have to Nate Phillips back to Baker. He will kick well ahead, but Morgan able to step in, and another throw in coming for the Panthers.
You can tell both teams are getting tired out here because it's not as much finesse and passing to feet, and it's just kind of 30 minutes left.
A 2-on-1, Baker and Alex able to retrieve the ball, fight for it down in the corner, and some pushing and shoving. And finally the ball goes out, so who's going to have the throw in? I believe would be Morgan.
Yep, another corner type throw in, so expect it right in front of the goal. No one needs to be ready.
Yeah, they've had a tendency to do headers on those throw-ins.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, I mean, because that's.
There it is.
Oh, exactly. That's what you practice.
Mm-hmm.
Those headers like that on corners, throw-ins. First part of your body to that ball is your head, so you want to be to it first.
Well, here comes New Lex back after the ball goes over the side, the crossbar. And that's Riley Stoltz, 2-on-1 for Morgan. Stoltz trying his best to stay ahead. And this is going to be another opportunity for Morgan, but Marius Baker steps back in and prevents that shot. You know, you're right about a little bit of fatigue because they didn't center it. They didn't pass it left or right.
Yeah.
They didn't make that one extra pass.
Right. And I'm sure their coach will probably talk to them about that because he doesn't care that they're tired. And
tired. I don't want to hear it.
Yeah.
That's Nate Alex back in the corner for the Panthers. You know, it's been a few minutes since the Panthers have had a shot opportunity, Allison. It'd be nice to get one here in the next, say.
Yeah, you can kind of tell Castro, he's kind of got his defense stacked with some of the stronger players right now. So it's hard. When you have such a limited roster, what do you want?
Incredible kick from Marius
Yeah,
there.
Marius Baker, big time kick that time for the Panthers. Middlestein chasing. Does he have an opportunity? He does if he can get the ball where he
Plays it
wants
off
it
to
the
Tyler.
left side. And can he stay with it? Tyler Miller, he can't. And that was one of the better chances they've had in a while.
Yeah, Owen contained, like he kept control of the ball, gave Tyler an opportunity to get up there to try to do something. Here they are on the attack. A little too hard of a ball there by Morgan.
Yep, kicked away by Cheney and retrieved by the Raiders. Whistle blows, so an infraction.
I'm not sure what. Did you see that, Michael?
No, I didn't.
See what the call was.
I think it's going to be something against Morgan because it's going to be a kick by Marius. So an opportunity here for New Lex, one of the better ones they've had. There's the kick, but Morgan gets in the way, and they come back the other way to the Raiders. Yeah, there's an opportunity there for a second or so.
Michael, do you know, do any of these players run track or run cross country?
Alex Thorngate runs cross country.
Okay.
He just recently joined.
Okay.
So he's ran a few meets. I think Nate Alex might also run
Okay.
cross country.
I didn't know if any, because I know some of the girls do.
Yeah. So cross country was struggling to get a boys team to get a
Okay.
score. So a few of the soccer players joined in turn for a few of the cross country to join soccer, but
Oh,
the cross
nice.
country kids didn't stick with the soccer.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
They just like to run.
Yes. So Alex, I do know for sure does run cross
Okay.
country. I'm pretty sure Nate also does.
Okay. Now, I don't like to run unless there's a soccer ball at my feet.
I like to run from my chair to the refrigerator as best I can.
Yeah.
So Nate does not run cross
No,
country.
okay, Nate
Yeah.
does not.
So just Alex.
Okay.
Morgan then back with the, oh, they're ahead, but good step in that time by Nate Alex. And Morgan just bigger and stronger
Yep.
right there.
Tyler's a freshman.
Yep,
That was a good
against
ball.
a senior, and that's another left shot. But yeah, you can see again. We talked about it a few minutes ago. A senior against a freshman.
The girls, it's not as noticeable, but on the boys' side, it definitely is more noticeable with the freshman senior ratio.
Yeah, I mean, when you look at some of the youngsters from New Lexington, they're not physically as big as the Morgan
Yeah.
kids.
And she's pulling out her math terms again.
Uh-huh.
Just checking on you. Wants to know if you're staying in the game. Shot. Oh boy, if Marius doesn't step in, that's a goal. That was going to be a kick from the left side. Stolen
Good
back
idea
by
by Riley there. Let's
Yep.
see if we can connect a couple passes.
it was Maddox Carson momentarily having the opportunity. And back to the throw in for New Lexington. So let's see if the Panthers can't get it going here. 24 minutes to go, second half. 8-0 in favor of Morgan. By the way, beautiful day.
Yeah.
It is.
You know, I mean, we'd forgotten to mention that.
It was a little chilly this morning,
Oh,
but
it's perfect.
Fine.
Noah Cheney jumps out.
Wonder what the it's going to be like in Washington.
From what I hear, nice weather for the Buckeyes.
Okay.
ooh,
We're taping
kickoff's at
this game
3:30.
as we speak here Saturday early afternoon ahead of the 3:30 Buckeyes kickoff. So
Good job to the
Yep.
ADs for scheduling it
Yep.
before the game.
gotta love it.
I'm sure they knew what time the Ohio State Washington game would
Oh
be.
yes.
And the
I just recently went to the Ohio State NOU game.
Did you
Yeah.
go?
I did.
Very
It was a great
nice.
game, and
Well-
I have tickets for 2 more Ohio State games this season.
Nice.
And you know, if the ADs hadn't scheduled the way they have, we wouldn't be having this conversation.
I know.
Because neither one of us would have been here.
That's the
Good job.
Morgan
Good
Raiders.
job, Amanda.
Priorities. Yes.
Morgan Raiders, they are on the attack again. Nice job of stepping in, passing lane. Is that Marius Baker again? He's played a whale of a game
Yep.
defensively.
Yeah, he's a great player. Definitely a leader on this young team, and
You know, I know you need him on defense. Could he play offense?
I think he's a defensive player. Just that drive to get back and that hustle. I would probably keep him on defense if I had a larger roster.
Noah Cheney boots it away. And Nate Phillips comes up, can't get there, but Nate Alex retrieves it and goes back to Maddox Carson.
Good
And
little
now to
give and
Alex.
goes.
Can they get the numbers they want? That's Alex in control.
Oh, nutmeg.
Nutmeg, yes. And then to
Let's
the
go,
right
Riley.
side.
Come on, come on, come on.
Shot.
Ah,
Oh,
finish.
oh, just a miss. He just whiffed right there at the end. And now Alex with an opportunity.
Handball.
Yep.
Handball.
And
Yes.
there's the call.
Here we go.
Boy, you know, it just couldn't connect.
No, but that
Put
was
the
a
ball right
great.
there.
I mean, that started back at the 50. Just some small passes. That's all you need, and it gave you a great opportunity, and it was very close. All right, let's go, Nate.
21 minutes to go. Nate Alex on the kick for.
Let's see how good this goalie is.
There's Alex's kick.
A little
just
high.
Sails
Just
high.
over.
And, that will. But you know what though? The positives.
Yep.
They got to try.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, you can't score if you don't shoot the ball. I mean,
Yep.
you know, just And they were one pass away from having that goal kick on the left side.
And those opportunities for Nate, I mean, he went high. I probably would have told him to go to a corner because they're harder to stop. That goalie is a tall goalie, so he's not going to miss it over his head. But that's, learning.
20 minutes and change left here, second half. And a kick away from Morgan. That's a good one. That's going to settle past midfield and give the Raiders an opportunity. They can't handle it, so the throw-in will come back to New Lex.
And the Panthers have held them off great this half.
Yeah.
And there is the officials' timeout here that we had in the first half. We want to remind you again, as we did in the first half, that New Lexington, due to roster numbers and injuries, playing shorthanded today. And as Coach Gibbs mentioned prior to the game, the officials met with both coaches, I'm assuming.
Yeah, Sarah may have even gone out there and gave them a heads up. Looks like the refs are getting some water too.
There you go.
A water break for all.
Yes. I stream the football games at night, and those water bottles, everyone has a water bottle all the time between every play. Soccer players don't get that. So,
Yeah.
Hey, interesting. Yeah. Yeah. They are out there. They're certainly out there. So we do have an official's timeout for a water break, and well deserved really for the Panthers. And not as much of it is a courtesy, but it's a health situation as
yes,
well.
safety.
I mean,
yeah.
in a typical game, typical match, coach, how much dehydration takes place in
Oh,
players, both the boys and the girls?
a ton. You're out there for 80 minutes, depending
Running.
on your subs, and you are constantly moving and sweating. And I mean, you come home and after a game and are just absolutely exhausted, can barely move because you have no hydration left in you, and you're just sore. And it takes a lot to recover from a soccer game.
You know what I find interesting is I think appreciate this. In football, we see cramps.
Oh, you
You
get
know,
them in soccer.
do you?
Yeah.
Okay.
But these kids are,
But very rarely, not like
well, and I give the football players a hard time about that sometimes.
hydrate, boys.
Yeah. Eli Stevens is cramped up, and I brought him pickle juice a couple Fridays to help him with the cramps.
Does that work?
Yeah, they say it does. I don't,
It works in Revere, Ohio. I
Mhm.
don't know if it works in New Lexington.
Well, he didn't. He hasn't cramped since he started drinking the pickle juice.
Well, then we'll believe you.
Uh-huh.
We have no choice because we have no clue.
Yeah.
She could tell us anything, and we say, yeah, okay.
She's just full of knowledge. Math, soccer, cramps.
Yep.
Yeah, that's about all you need, isn't it?
Mhm.
Just a little bit of knowledge here and there goes a long way. Throw in for the Raiders.
That number, I don't know what he is, but he's got a heck of a throw.
That is Marius
Ooh, that was a
Baker
nutmeg.
trying to defend, and Nate Phillips trying to get it out. Can't do it.
It's number
And here
7
comes
for
a
the
shot
Raiders.
for Morgan.
Oh, nice
Stepping
tackle.
in by Nate Alex. Alex fights for it, so New Lexington trying to get up the field, and Alex solo one-on-one going against three guys.
Plays
Gets
it to
ahead.
Riley.
Yep, to Riley Stoltz. Stoltz, let's see if they can't catch up with
Communication.
it. Nope. That is still being
Oh, that
contested
was.
by Alex. Back to Marius Baker, and Baker will settle things down and kick it away. Ball sails out of bounds. It'll be a throw in for the Panthers.
So that number 7, that could have been a foul on Nate. He pushed him in the back, but refs will not call it if you have possession and continue to have possession. So sometimes, a lot of times, parents and fans don't understand that. They see a blatant foul, but if the team maintains possession, then the refs will not call it.
Got it. Marius Baker, once again, will kick it away for the Panthers. Down to 18 and 40 seconds to go. Second half. The Panthers actually have held their own here in the second half.
Yeah,
A couple goals given up, but nothing like the onslaught we had at the end of the first half. Left side for Morgan,
got
getting
number 8.
back in the net.
Oh, he didn't call it.
Yep, it was Marius Baker. He's going to have
No,
to
that was
defend.
Thorngate.
Yep, that's Baker again, and Thorngate. What's a good footwork down below the net, also with Alex. So good teamwork defensively that time for the Panthers. Alex, Thorngate, and Baker.
I mean, the ref probably could have called that if he wanted, but when it's in the box, they don't make that call as often just because it's a penalty kick, which can end up being, a goal very easily.
That is Baker with the ball. He'll kick it well ahead. And we fielded by the Raiders. Ball off the chest. And they have it. Left side. And it's going to be offsides if there's a shot. And chasing it down are the Raiders in the corner. It's going to sail away. So the throw in coming for the Panthers.
Some fatigue
Yeah.
definitely out there.
Oh, yeah, you
And
can
more
see it.
subs for the Raiders.
Yes. And, Nate plays goalie a lot, and he's tired, and that's and when you're in the goal, you're not moving as much. So you can get more tired where, Marius is on that field the whole time.
Kick away by Noah Cheney.
Didn't
Picked
get his
off.
foot under it.
Yep, this Raiders, this is trouble. Good foot that time by Marius Baker stepping in on another shot by the Raiders.
Corner kick here. Trying to decide who's going to take the corner. You see how they're all looking around over at their coach?
Yep.
Saying, Coach, which one?
And watch the header. That's been their trend the entire game on those corner kicks.
Yep, that's what they should be doing. They got to mark up. It doesn't look like we're... Nice
There is
kick.
the kick in. That's not going to be what they want, but they are in control.
Yep,
They
you got
have it
someone
on the right
that
side, yeah.
back side there. Also practice your lineup in case the ball goes over.
Maddox Carson defending down there for New Lex. And Marius Baker again will kick away for the Panthers. He will look left for Nate Phillips. Phillips ahead to Nate Alex. Picked off by Morgan, but stolen back by Nate Phillips. And then stolen back by the Raiders. And then Tyler Miller comes up for the
nice
action.
Tackle by
And
Nate.
here we go for
Let's see, where
Nate
can we
Alex,
get Riley into this?
looking to Maddox Carson for the middle. Long shot, well defended by the goalkeeper for the Raiders.
Nice outside shot by Nate. Probably should have gone to the corner again because that goalie's tall. Ooh,
Header that time by
hurts.
Alex.
Let's
Another
go, Riley.
opportunity
Come on,
for
Riley.
the Panthers.
Nutmeg.
Stolen away by Morgan. And Morgan now back on the attack the other way. They'll kick way ahead. It's going to be Alex Thorngate retrieving. Look out here as Morgan was streaking down the field for the steal.
Yeah, Alex had control over it, allowing his team to get back. We got 15 minutes exactly.
Yep. So the guys need to hang on for 15 minutes and see what happens from here. Morgan again on the attack.
Nice shot.
Yeah, that's a great boot that time. Wow. What a...
But he wasn't contested. No one stepped to him. He was able to fully control that ball. A nice little move, but they're tired. I mean,
yeah. And honestly, Allison, that was good skill.
Yeah.
That's something you just don't do today. That's
right.
something you have worked on.
Yes. Oh, yeah, 1,000%.
That's a really, really good shot.
And it's, I feel for our players out there and just how hot it is, and 10 players on that field, no subs. It's exhausting. I bet every one of these guys will go home and just sit
veg.
in the air conditioning and occasionally say, go Buckeyes.
Yeah. Occasionally.
Because they'll be too tired.
Yeah, it's like, Mom will be like, you all right? Yeah. All right, so it's 9-0 in favor of Morgan. And the throw in coming for the Raiders, it's Marius Baker on the kick out of bounds for New Lex. Another throw in for the Raiders. And again, New Lex gets back, but streaking down the field
Little
was Stetson
communication.
Cunningham.
Get Noah up.
And Noah Cheney comes out of the net for the save.
And Alex did a good job shielding that ball so that Noah could get it.
Ball.
Another thing that, as a coach, you try to tell your players is to play the way you face. So if you're facing your goal, play it back or let the person behind you who has a better opportunity to go forward instead of trying to do that turn or that step.
Well, contested midfield, fighting for it was Riley Stoltz, but Morgan back in control. Here comes New Lex, though. Marius Baker kicks it ahead, and it will go out of bounds. So throw in coming for the Panthers. So here's an opportunity on the throw in from Marius Baker.
See if we can get some
He will throw back to
energy on this and
Stoltz or to Alex. Yeah. Still contested.
Ooh, that was
Booted
to the
back.
face.
Yeah. And Baker on a loose ball. And now Morgan trying to regain control. Another job of stepping in that passing lane for Alex. Alex Thorngate back. And this could be a bad issue. Wow. Yeah, just offsides. That would have been.
I just saw one of the Morgan players make a movement like it wasn't offside, so.
Won't be the first.
Nope.
Nor the last.
Nope.
Thank you, sir.
I bet he was called for offsides today by these refs. So he doesn't believe he was offside, so his teammates are also not offsides.
There you go. All right, well, here comes Morgan again. Nate Phillips steps in the way and retrieved, however, back to the Raiders.
Good
Phillips does a good
defense.
job of, being very physical down there, getting a little.
Contain him and keep it out. Now it's our throw.
Oh, Nate Phillips, all hands, all legs on that one. Who will be the throw-in? It's going to be Nate on the throw-in. And they'll have some room with Baker. And Marius will kick over back to Nate Phillips. He will try to go to Nate Alex, back ahead.
Good job.
And
Good
there
job.
we go. There we go, streaking down the left side, but just went out of bounds.
It's that next pass. They just need two more passes together, and they will have some great opportunities in front of that goal. Oh, nutmeg.
Nate Alex with the kick, and then back to the Raiders,
Here
and
we
this
go.
could
Come
be
on,
a
Noah.
problem right here. So, great job of getting back by Alex Thorngate, but a great pass back. Yeah, and you know what?
2v1.
That's good defense and just better offense. It happens.
Yep, 2v1.
Meaning
that's two attacking against one defending, and every time that attacking should win. And it's almost impossible to defend those, especially with teams who've been playing together for a while.
Yeah, I mean, again, the defense was there, but just a better pass.
And you do drills all the time, 2v1 drills, 3v2 drills. Those small-sided games, small-sided passing is really important in this sport.
So now 10-0, under 10 minutes to go here in the second half. Morgan over New Lexington. And the Panthers with the possession. That will be Marius Baker kicking ahead to the center of the field. Picked off by the Raiders and then contested by Riley Stoltz. Kicked back to Nate Phillips, but here comes Morgan back the other way. And they have it down the field. Nate Phillips again kicks it away. And now Tyler Miller gets into the action. And Tyler Miller tries to contest. Morgan has it. They get ahead. Alex Thorngate will save things there, but Morgan's still in possession.
Yeah.
And then Nate Alex stops the Raider drive, but here they still have it. They have been relentless on this drive.
How many they're just kind of standing, waiting for that ball to bounce out.
Yeah, they have.
And that's just fatigue on.
Yep. They threatened about 5 times on that possession.
Yeah.
That's Alex kicked away, but Nate Phillips has it. He will kick out of bounds.
That was a good idea by Nate. Down the line, you had Maddox up there. Just a little bit too far to the left.
Down to 8:30 left to go here in the second half. Throw in coming for the Raiders, Nate Phillips, and he'll need a little bit of help from Marius Baker. Be careful because Morgan
Yep.
contesting, and he'll need a little bit of assistance.
I would say Marius is the senior and number 8 is the freshman in that. Am I right?
Jordan Blackburn is in fact a freshman. A good call, Coach.
Yep.
Baker on the throw in for Alex. Alex back to Baker. Good kick up the field. Trying to retrieve,
Just out
not
of
there.
bounds.
Yep, was Maddox Carson for New Lex. And throw in back to the Raiders. Stolen away by Nate Phillips. Good job. Here we go. Opportunity coming, and Morgan gets back. And, you know, you've talked about that fatigue, Coach. Raiders got back. New Lex struggled to get up the field.
They're exhausted. I mean, we've got fans out there with umbrellas, and these kids are running around on the hot turf.
They just didn't have enough to get up on the offensive end. But got an opportunity here, do they not, on the throw-in?
Yeah. See if we can get some numbers and.
That is a throw-in to Middlestein.
Oh, good idea.
And Morgan just too big and strong right there. Header coming and still contested. Kicked backwards by Maddox Carson. Under 7 minutes to go in this one.
Looks like our JV football team got back. Do we know the score of that today?
We will attempt
Michael's
to find out.
going to look that for us.
This guy's always on it.
Yes, he is.
6:35 to go here in the second half, where Morgan leads New Lexington soccer. Big kick again by the Raiders goalkeeper and contested back to the middle of the field. It's Nate Alex now has it in control.
Nice pass
Kicks
by
ahead.
Nate.
Good
Looks
job. Can they get it to the
in
middle?
Space. We got Riley.
Yep, Riley Stoltz on the right side. Look for some help there. Finally gets it back. And that's Alex Thorngate kicking ahead. And ball will sail back for New Lexington. They'll have to reset things with Marius Baker.
13's pressuring. That's what you got to do. The center forward, it's a position that you just constantly need to pressure. And a lot of times you're not going to win that ball, but you're putting pressure on them. And they may make the mistake or the pass comes off too fast. But those center forwards is a position you want someone who has an extreme amount of energy and never gets tired and wants to sprint constantly.
Morgan's going to have the throw in on the far side, right near their bench. A little bit of delay. Now they get the throw in. And they have it on the attack. New Lexington with 5 defenders back, or 6 defenders back. And they're in the corner. Nate Alex comes up, makes the stop. He's used to making those stops from his goaltending time.
Good to see that they've got Noah's a strong goalie also, so they have options.
Alex a sophomore and Cheney a freshman.
Yep.
So JV football, 20-0, New Lex.
All right,
Nice
there you go.
against Coshocton.
Yes.
There you go.
Another shutout from last night.
Yes. Last night was pretty impressive.
All right, that's Nate Phillips ahead to Nate Alex, and now Marius Baker ahead. Good pass.
Yeah, good idea. I mean, that is so nice to see.
Yeah.
And that is coaching. That is Castro at practice
Yeah.
coaching them.
Straight ahead. Straight ahead. It just didn't connect point A to point B. Well, they connected A to B, couldn't go B to C.
It's gonna get there. When these, even next year and then the following year, you're gonna have a junior, senior strong team. If you've got kids in the middle school who have talent and skill, you're gonna get there. I mean, you may not be winning the MBL, but you're gonna be competitive.
And that's really what you can ask for. Because again, as Coach Castro pointed out when we had him on during the girls' game, you're fighting programs who have been in
Yeah.
existence, and it's just not going to happen overnight. I mean, you're not going to have 5 move-ins from Venezuela,
Right.
who have played soccer their
Yes.
entire lives.
Yeah. I mean, the Riverview up, it's a little bit closer to Northeast Ohio. They, a little more experience in the soccer. John Glenn just being a
Well,
college
and
town,
you had
and
mentioned their coach is involved heavily
yeah,
with club. I mean, that again, that's a big thing.
yeah. Will Hess, he's a great coach, just an advocate for soccer in Southeast Ohio. He came and did some clinics on some of the teams that I've coached in the past. So he does private lessons. Little shout out to him if anyone wants a private soccer lesson.
All right, this could be trouble, but Nate Alex gets it out of there and a kick straight up in the air for Morgan. That almost brought rain, and big boom that time
See
by
how
Alex. Yeah,
Owen's
and
fast. I didn't realize he
yep,
was that fast.
Middlestein track it down. He cannot. It will go out of bounds, so the throw in will come from far away, but kicking it back the other way is Riley Stoltz for the Panthers. And Morgan now with 2 minutes and 10 seconds to go here in the soccer match. And Alex Thorngate, one more try for New Lexington, coach. You got to get one going right here. A good throw in, but unable to connect, and
Yeah,
Morgan still with it.
it's just that extra step, that extra pass that we're,
Here's
wow,
a foot
he's
race.
fast.
Foot
13, I think
race.
that was. Good
Yep.
job,
I'm
Noah.
going to say,
Great save from Noah.
yeah, that was Stetson Cunningham one-on-one. Marius Baker chasing,
And
and then Noah Cheney on the save.
right, like so Marius putting pressure on him gives Noah a chance to set up and get ready for that shot. So it's those things. You may not win the ball, but it's that pressure. Oh,
Oh my goodness. Yeah, that's tough. That's fatigue, coach.
yep. I mean, Marius sprinted from the 50 back to the 10, and then, you turn around and you don't get a chance to recover because it's a fast game.
All right. Well, that unfortunately makes it 11-0 in favor of Morgan. And New Lexington, one last opportunity with under a minute to go here in the game. That's Alex, and look out here as Morgan trying to force their way in. Could be another shot, but Marius Baker, with the little bit of energy that he has left,
Yeah.
does a great job of defending. All right, still down in the corner.
Michael, when you do these interviews with some of the players, you need to ask them what they do after a game because I can't imagine they do very much
For
with
sure, yeah.
all the energy that they put out there for 80 minutes.
In our post game too, Michael, we're going to ask you about your classmates there at the high school, how they feel about the way things are going here with the program. So we'll get to that here in just a few seconds. Last final shot. So that's going to end it for this afternoon. So let's go backwards because in the first game we had Brayson Lee with the girls, but in this game we've got Michael Steele here with the boys. So let's wrap up the boys first. Michael, how are things around the school with soccer?
So I think that they're just afraid to try something new.
Is
This is
that
a
how the kids
this
feel?
this is a relatively new program, and I think that a lot of the kids at the high school would enjoy playing soccer. They're just afraid to try something new. They're used to winning. They're not used to starting a new program from the ground up. Um, I just think if they would see and give it a chance, they would truly enjoy it, and a lot of them don't want to do that.
Okay, Coach Gibbs, your thoughts on first the boys?
Um, a lot of really good things, and like I said, they're young. Next year, they're going to be stronger, and the year after that, I mean, you'll be a dominant junior senior team. There's some really good things that I see out there, and that's coming from Coach Castro, connecting those passes. We just got to get it to the next pass, the next step. So a lot of really good things. Also, I see a couple players from Morgan and New Lex hugging out there, so they must know each other. So that was great.
And
Yeah.
then your final thoughts, Coach, on the girls' side.
Girls side, kind of what to Michael said. I think a lot of girls took the leap this year and tried something new, and they come and tell me what a great time that they're having. The girls played under the lights the other night, and they absolutely love that. It was a great experience for them, and they're doing a lot of good things too, and they're having fun, and they've got a lot of athletic ability. We just got to get the skill in that as well.
Well, that's going to do it from New Lexington's Rockwell Stadium. But before we sign off, we do want to mention that we had excellent student help in the first game with the girls. That was Brayson Lee. And then here in the second game on the boys' side of things, Michael Steele. And our thanks also to Marcus McPeck from South 60 Films and Mrs. Allison Gibbs, Miss Amanda McCoy, and high school principal Mr. Tony Thorngate. So we will take it from there and say have a great afternoon, and we will talk to you again in a couple of weeks when we come back and see it again. So, Allison, any last thoughts?
No, thank you, Howard, for always being the voice of the Panthers on this
You
these
know what?
days.
I got to be honest. I love it. I enjoy it. So,
Good.
thanks for watching, everybody, and better days are coming, certainly for the boys and the girls. Thanks again. We'll see you later.